Hello and welcome to Arizona Living Your Life. I'm your host, Kate Longworth. Today we're at Candle Chemistry in Gilbert to explore this unique store. But before we invent a scent, let's shed some light on what's ahead on the show. See how the Audubon Society in Tucson is protecting our wildlife. And I sit down with the Drew family to talk about their college basketball legacy. Plus updating your front entry with the help of American Furniture Warehouse. All that and much more coming your way on Arizona Living. Today we are out at Candle Chemistry in Gilbert to spark our creativity at this very unique store. And joining me now is one of the owners, Chris Guidi. Thank you so much for having us out here today. And let's just start with, what is Candle Chemistry?
Sure, so Candle Chemistry is a create your own product experience where you can come in and create your own custom candles as well as your own custom body products.
How did you come up with this concept?
Good question. So the four of us, there's four owners, myself, my wife, Ron Jones and Selena Jones, and all four of us always wanted to bring something new and exciting to Arizona. So after several bad ideas, we came up with an awesome concept and did our due diligence and really just put together all the knowledge we needed. All four of us have four different skill sets, right? And it all just came together, and here we are. We opened up our first location in Scottsdale Quarter, and now we have our third one here in Gilbert.
It's a really great space, a very cool concept, but exactly how does it work?
Sure, so if you're just walking into the store, you would grab a clipboard and small across the candle wall. You would write down all your favorite scents. They don't have to go together, just write down the ones that you love the most. Once you have a nice big list of scents, you'll go to the other side of the bar. You'll pick out your vessel for your candle or your body product. At that point, you'll come over to the bar, and one of our scent stylists will sit down with you, go over your list of scents, and help you make an awesome combination out of those scents.
So you have over 100 fragrances, which can kind of be overwhelming, but as you mentioned, you have scent stylists. What exactly is their role and how do they help you?
Just take the edge off the customer. You know that sometimes it's a little overwhelming to have all these scents here. So what they'll do is they'll mark off two of the favorite scents for the customer, and then we'll branch off and create a combination out of those two favorites that they have there on their sheet.
So can you create a personal scent that's not just for a candle?
You can. You have body lotions, soaps, sugar scrubs, body butters, even room sprays, wax melts. So you have some products that you can make and just take right out of the store when you're done, because the candles take 2 hours to settle. So.
And if you wanted to create a scent for a special day coming up, say you have your wedding and you want to create a scent, is that a possibility here?
It is. So we have these awesome 6-ounce tins where we can custom brand for that wedding. And we have tons of different designs to choose from as well. And the customer can come in and create that scent for their wedding, and we'll replicate that for as many as they need, and then brand it with that special label for them for their awesome day.
So possibilities seem endless. We have Mother's Day right around the corner. How can Candle Chemistry help you either finding a gift for mom, maybe a mom's night out, or should you even bring mom down here? What do you offer?
Absolutely. Mother's Day is one of our busiest weeks of the year. We have an awesome event where we can bring your mom, your grandma in, and you can make 2 candles, give a nice rose and chocolates to the group. And they can come in just to make candles too if they want to as well. But we have an awesome event where they can come in and get a couple extra things with the experience.
If you come out here, do you need a reservation to partake in the process?
You don't. If you have a party of 8 or less, you can come right in. Our business hours are from 11 to 7 on weekdays and from 12 to 5 on Sundays. If you have a party of 8 or more though, we ask for reservations, and we have an easy process to do that online. We also have a party room here in Gilbert as well where you can do a BYOB event and actually bring wine, beer, drinks in, and have a good time making candles in the party room here in Gilbert.
What is the reaction you get from customers when they come in here and create a scent that they love?
Yeah, the feedback's been awesome. They love the entire experience. We feel like we brought something really very original here to the Valley. And everyone seems to leave here very, very happy and just very just surprised at this concept that's here in Arizona. And we've been getting some awesome feedback around the horn for not only the experience itself, but the actual products of when they go home and burn those candles.
Where are your Candle Chemistries located?
We have one here, this is downtown Gilbert. Then we have one in the Scottsdale Quarter, which is our flagship location that opened up in 2019. And then we have our Park West location that opened up in 2021.
Well, congratulations. It looks like you've created a very cool concept for everyone to explore. Thank you for your time. And if you would like more information on candle chemistry, please head to their website. The mission of the Tucson Audubon Society is to inspire people to enjoy and protect birds. Let's take a look at how their mission has taken flight.
The mission of Tucson Audubon is to inspire people to restore and conserve the Sonoran Desert ecosystem around us and to restore certain areas of the Sonoran Desert for birds and other wildlife. Restoring an ecosystem has multiple different benefits. It restores ecosystems for birds, for mammals, for reptiles, and also is a great benefit for humans that love walking around and enjoying the native ecosystems around them. Tucson Audubon offers a whole bunch of different field trips if you're interested in getting into birding. They're a really great way of kind of going out with a guide, someone who might know what to look for and what to point out, and give you some really important resources to start your journey. Birding is a really fun activity where you can go out in your local ecosystem and look at birds, identifying by either sight and or sound, and it's a really fun way to get into the ecosystem and connect with your local environment and see what's going on in your local ecosystem.
Lots of the work that we do is very applied. We have people that are out doing bird surveys, we're planting native plants, we're pulling up invasive plants that are causing problems to the local ecosystems. So we've got about a third to a half of our organization is out doing the work day to day out on the landscapes, whether in a wildland context or in urban areas. We advocate for policies that make the world a better place for birds and wildlife. And then very specific to what my group does, we go out and we research what exactly different types of birds need, especially birds that are threatened or endangered, figure out what they need and what we can best do to support them, and then we try and implement those actions. It seems like the need for what we're doing has increased a lot in the last few years. Big wildfires like the Mercer Fire or the Bighorn Fire here in Tucson, or the bush fire just outside of Phoenix, were driven by invasive plants. So a big piece of the work that we're doing in the last decade has been trying to control invasives to prevent wildfires, because this area didn't evolve with wildfire. It can't coexist with wildfire well. So that's a big piece of what we're doing, and people are finally thinking about the impacts of wildfire, especially to saguaro forests. So people are finally motivated to get involved and make some changes. All of nature doesn't have a voice, so it takes people that are concerned and paying attention to speak up for those that can't speak for themselves. So as an Audubon, we speak specifically for the birds, but also birds don't live in an isolated world. They have to be with the plants that support them. They have to eat something. They have to live somewhere. So we're providing a voice for all of nature.
If you're interested in getting involved with restoration projects that we're doing here at Tucson Audubon, feel free to check us out on our social media and our website, and you can look for volunteer opportunities and other ways you can get involved.
You can host a lot of events here at Candle Chemistry, everything from bachelorette to birthday parties, or maybe even that next date night. For big groups, head to their website to plan your event. But don't go do anything right now. We still have more Arizona Living coming your way. A program dedicated to helping you achieve your high school education. And we learn all about the love for the game as we sit down with college basketball's legendary Drew family.
Turn your car into cash the same day when you sell to Sands. Get $500 more than any other offer. We'll pay you on the spot and even pick it up. Visit the Sands showroom online or in Glendale or Surprise. You're in great hands with Sands.
The Drew family has traveled the road to the Final Four together, and now they've settled on neighboring streets here in Arizona to continue growing the family business of basketball. It really all started back at Valparaiso, where Homer Drew earned not only Hall of Fame status, but also had the chance to coach his son Bryce and coach alongside his son Scott. and I had the opportunity to sit down with Homer, his sons, and daughter, Dana Drew Shaw, to talk about family, fellowship, and fun on the hardwood. In the Drew household, basketball is more than just a game. It's a way of life.
Ever since I can remember, I was in the gym, I had a basketball in my hand. It was part of life. Some of my fondest memories growing up are playing, with Scott, with Dana, with my dad. My mom would go out with us and we'd play in the driveway, or we'd play in the house on Nerf hoops, but there was always a round ball, with us when we were doing things.
We didn't have Nerf hoops, we actually had laundry baskets that we cut the bottom out of, so pretty primitive.
I can tell you that we got in trouble sometimes when we broke stuff in the house. And I can tell you Dana fouled the most in the backyard, but other than that, we've been really, really blessed to have sports.
She is probably the most competitive in the household, and we would play a lot.
And I'm not sure that's a compliment. He says it like a compliment, but Scott's right, I've thrown a couple punches in our 2-on-2 game.
Sharing their love for the game with their Hall of Fame father, each of Homer's children went on to play competitive basketball as well as coach.
Something that always spoke to me as I got older is how he would treat his players. When we would go home, be the exact same way he would treat us.
I always say one of the greatest compliments you can ever give your dad is following his footsteps, and I think that's because Bryce and I really respected and appreciated the coach that he was, more importantly the dad that he was, how he loved, cared for us.
My joy comes about 11 or 12 at night when we get Scott and Bryce and myself together for talk, whatever. It's usually basketball to start with, but now I'm learning from them.
Scott Drew has turned around the basketball program at Baylor, and Bryce is making March Madness memories here in the Valley at GCU. And you'll find Dana courtside for every Lopes game, cheering on not only her younger brother, but also her husband, who serves as an assistant coach, and son, who plays for the team.
Really blessed that not just my kids have an opportunity to play, but they also get to learn from the wisdom of their grandpa and their 2 uncles. Just feel really blessed that they get to be part of that basketball family as well.
Now they're her children, but they're my grandkids, so I really feel enjoy. We have a basketball court in our backyard, surprise, and they have swimming pools in there, so I get the luxury of having her kids come down and play a little basketball, so it gives me some special time with them.
God's given us a great passion for basketball, and we try to spread his joy and the platform he's given us.
And for the Drew family, there's been more than one shining moment to celebrate. Homer, Scott, and Bryce combined for 23 trips to the NCAA tournament, including a national title for Scott and the shot Bryce famously made 25 years ago for Valpo.
It was really fulfilling because my dad was a coach, my brother was the assistant coach, and it was kind of like the tip of the mountain for us at Valpo, that it all just came together at the right time, the right moment.
First, it's like a dream come true, and then second of all, you just want to honor God with the platform he's given you. And I coach because you help other people reach their goals and dreams. That gives you the joy of what you do. It's like when everyone's having fun and everybody's excited when they reach their goals and dreams, that makes my life fulfilled. I can tell you that I highly recommend it, and I hope Bryce gets a chance to enjoy it one day. I would like to do it again, and it is an unbelievable experience.
Yes, success is wonderful in the world of basketball, but the lives that these 3 have touched through the media of sports has been probably what I'm most proud of with them.
It's easy to see the Drew family has scored big, both on and off the court.
Basketball can be a metaphor for life, and there's challenges and there's ups and downs, and God brings people alongside to encourage you and support you, and we hope that legacy continues for a long time.
And it will with the grandkids. We're blessed with 8, and they're all emotional, they're passionate, and have a good walk in life. And so that brings, for Janet and myself, that brings a great pleasure, knowing that there's future generations coming.
Fun to have you guys all in the same room. You can see the infectious love of the Drew family that you have for the game and the game of life. Thank you. Smell is the strongest of our 5 senses. In fact, it's so powerful that it aids in the way we perceive taste, and it's the strongest memory inducer. Pretty cool when you think about the memories you can make here at Candle Chemistry. Sit tight, more Arizona Living coming your way. A program helping adults reach their educational goals, and tips to spruce up your home's entryway.
Turn your car into cash the same day when you sell to Sands. Get $500 more than any other offer. We'll pay you on the spot and even pick it up. Visit the Sands showroom online or in Glendale or Surprise. You're in great hands with Sands.
The Maricopa High School Equivalency Program is helping those in the farming industry achieve their dreams of an education.
The Maricopa High School Equivalency Program, also known as Maricopa HEP, is a completely free program for individuals and their family members who work out in the farms or in the fields or in the dairies. It helps them to receive their high school equivalency diploma or their GED. As they get into the program and they get their books, they start to learn all these different things that perhaps they knew, or maybe new knowledge, but they are learning, progressing, advancing, and they're able to acquire this knowledge that they can apply in their lives in other ways. A lot of these farm workers have been working since they were kids. They've been helping provide in their families, and they didn't have the opportunity to finish their education and get their diplomas, but they can still do that. It doesn't matter how old they are or how long they've been away from school, they can go ahead and go through the GED test and complete their diploma. In order to qualify for our program, they need to live in Maricopa County, they need to be at least 16 years old and not enrolled in school, and they need to either themselves or a family member have worked in either the fields, the dairies, the farms for at least 75 days within the last 2 years. They also need to have a form of identification from a government, any government. It needs to have their picture, their name, and be current and valid. Our programs are completely individualized. They come and they take a pre-test, we see what level they are, and then we teach what they're missing. We are trying to graduate them as quickly as possible. We're not going to say, here's chapter 1, you need to finish the whole book. We're going to say, according to how you scored, this is what you're missing. You know it now, go take the test. It can be anywhere from 2 weeks, because there's some people who take a practice test and they pass it. And there's others who take it slower according to what they can do, and they'll take all the way up to a year. So it's very individualized. The more effort they put forth, the quicker they finish. We have classes currently in Mesa and in Avondale. If the days or times or if the distance don't work for a person, then there is the option to do one-on-one through like Zoom or FaceTime with the instructor, meaning that both have the books and they're seeing each other and they're teaching in that way. Our program is completely free. It does include the books, laptops, instructors, the practice test, as well as the final test. And in addition, we provide up to a $300 reimbursement for any expenses that were incurred during the program. So this can be transportation, child care, or anything else. Our program is offered in both English and Spanish. Teachers are bilingual, the books are in both languages, the tests are offered in both languages, and they can choose what's easiest for them. If you're interested in our program, go to our website. We have it both in English and Spanish, and all the information is there for you to be able to apply and be a part of our program.
Here's a topic to spark some interest. U.S. retail sales of candle products estimated at about $3 billion per year. And the most important factor to consumers, you guessed it, the scent of a candle. We have more burning topics coming your way on Arizona Living, as we explore ways to make your home's entry and porch more inviting.
Arizona Opera presents its 2022-2023 season with performances in Phoenix and Tucson. Don't miss the unforgettable music, drama, and spectacle. Purchase your season tickets or single tickets today at azopera.org.
Watch Creative Living only on Your View. Check your local listings for air times.
First impressions are everything, even when it comes to your home. The experts at American Furniture Warehouse are here to help you spruce up your entryway and patio.
Your entryway is an opportunity to make a great first impression while maximizing square footage in your home. This entryway has a rustic vibe with the warm color tones and the organic looking accessories. This entryway transforms into a girly, shabby chic space. With the use of different textures in the space and the distressed finishes, it really warms up the room and softens the look. A entryway is your opportunity to give a great first impression and to showcase your personality. So, what does your entryway say about you? You can create your entryway to fit your lifestyle. This entryway clearly represents a busy household with kids and pets. We've seen 3 unique spaces. What inspires you to create your own entryway? Let us know in the comments.
We want to thank everyone at Candle Chemistry for having us out here today. It was such a fun experience. If you're looking for a great family activity or a friend's night, drop by one of Candle Chemistry's 3 locations. They also offer gifts on their website, from candles to bath and body products and kits to make your own candles at home. Take a look at their website for all of the services and products they have to offer. Thank you so much for joining us today. I'm Kate Longworth. We'll see you next time on Arizona Living Your Life, where we help you live your best life.